Caution. This podcast is designed for mature audiences. We delve into topics surrounding sexuality and intimate relationships in a candid and open manner. Please note that we are not licensed marriage or sex therapists, and the content shared here is intended solely for entertainment and informational purposes. If you are under 18 years old or prefer not to engage in explicit discussions about sex, relationships, or mature language, we advise against proceeding further. However, if you're of legal age and comfortable with such content, feel free to settle in, grab a beverage, and enjoy this episode. Just remember, time flies when you're having fun. Oh, and the stories you are about to hear are true. The names have been changed to protect the guilty.
Welcome to Beyond Monogamy, where every episode is a journey of discovery, liberation, and endless possibility. Join your hosts Roger Johnson and Janet Valentine as they peel back the layers of convention, inviting you into a world where passion knows no boundaries. Beyond Monogamy, a podcast that transcends the traditional norms of relationships to uncover the raw, unfiltered stories about the lifestyle. And now, your hosts, Roger Johnson and Janet Valentine.
Okay, we're getting started and happy to have another evening on the porch. Welcome to Beyond Monogamy, the podcast. I'm Janet Valentine.
I'm Roger Johnson.
I'm Barb Triple E.
And I'm Steve. Oh, I'm sorry, Barbie.
No,
I do have a quick question.
Yeah?
Janet, are you sitting on the front porch topless?
No, I put a blur background on just to see. I wanted to be in the evening and stuff. But yeah, I would love to be sitting on the front porch topless.
But are you topless is my question.
You can see your shoulder.
Right. So no, I just have on a beach. I got on a beach thing.
Okay.
This is
but if you want
timing.
Me, we could do a naked podcast someday. It'd be kind of bad for the people who are listening because it's not all because it's not visual. It's not fun for any of those people who don't get to see the nakedness.
Right. It would do no good to stand in front of the three of you and do a helicopter. Yeah. It would be pointless.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Along those lines, season 2, our whole thing is to do in the beginning the news, the word, song. And Roger, you had a question about a word.
Yes. So throughout I share our link, and we're gaining ground little by little.
Okay.
And so I circle around. A lot of people I don't hear from again, but this lady I shared the podcast with, she leans in, like, try to catch me, like, hey, before you leave. She leans in, so be kind of discreet. Hey, I've been listening to the pod. What is a sparkled pony? And I'm like, oh, I mean, we go over this stuff. We didn't say what it was. That's crazy.
No,
and I'm like, did we miss one?
We did. So I explained it quickly, but I love to explain it again. This is a word that Barbie and I have used for a long time. 25 years I have used this word sparkle pony. So it's tried and true. The sparkle ponies are those ladies at the party who come dressed to the nines. They are wearing, really sexy, fuck me heels, really, very, you can tell they have tried very hard. They've put on the sexy clothing. And the whole thing about the sparkle pony is she doesn't care if the clothing is easily accessible or not. Okay.
Oh, right.
She's wearing it to look good, to show herself. She's a teaser. Okay. She is the pony that's prancing around the whole dance floor, the whole party. And all she's doing is flipping her hair and batting her eyes and being the biggest dick tease that's out there and is not giving up anything. And she's there. She's the belle of the ball, the pretty sparkle pony. And we call them sparkle ponies because they usually have something sparkly on. And they're, I've even seen them wear fancy tennis shoes and or the really high heels and stuff. And you know that those women are so high maintenance and they are not here to fuck. And the reason they're not here to fuck is because the outfit that they're wearing is going to take 15 minutes to untie, unzip, get off, do whatever, and get back on. And she never takes it off during the evening.
And you're never going to get that hair and stuff messed up. You're just not. They're not going to. No, huh? It is all about appearance. How do I look? And I think there's like a social group sometimes at those parties, and sometimes, hey, this is their opportunity to show what they've got, but they're not really there for sex. They are there to show their bodies sparkle. Or to sparkle and shine.
I have a confession.
Right. Oh, you like them? You like the sparkle?
Okay, what's your confession?
Barbie, sort of, but I mean, kind of in a real fucked up way. So, I mean, I can appreciate when a woman goes to all that trouble to look that good, and I'm with you.
I do too. I appreciate it.
The ratio of these sparkled ponies that put out if I had to throw numbers at it, it'd be like 1 in 10, and it's so I'll always give it like a one-shot try. Just one pass, one pass. Like, is there something here? Is she a hoe under all that? Is she here to throw down? And you can usually tell, but I love.
How can you tell? How can you tell?
Oh yeah, because you just break the ice, and then here comes the hoe comes out. But
I think that's what happened to me when I met you. I think that's exactly what happened.
Okay,
I think I was like, "Oh yeah, you, let's go."
So the challenge with them isn't like, "Oh, is she the 1 in 10?" It's how messed up can I send her home? Like, eye mascara running, hair looking like it's.
Wait, we have somebody coming in. Our guest is coming in, but that's okay. Finish
the hair
with your
looking
sparkle
like
pony.
It's just been fucked into the bed and beyond and trolled around.
Right.
Just wild hair, clothes just half hanging off, not put all back together. It's
you dream of those moments.
Yeah, it's the evil side of me. Anyway, that's my confession.
It is. Yes.
Well, so we've used sparkle ponies to those people are there, and as far as I'm concerned, at my parties, they're a waste of space. Okay. So I'm just gonna,
Steve's giving us a thumbs up. Steve's going,
right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well, and we've had,
hello?
hello. So we're interrupting this podcast for a very important new guest. Okay. So just for those of you who don't know, and we haven't even, I think I said it last podcast recording, we might get her to come in. Everybody's introduced themselves except for you. This is Crimson. Hello, Crimson.
Hey, it is me. Hello. How are you?
So we're great. We were just discussing. So our format is we typically talk about a vocabulary word that's a lifestyle vocabulary word. We'll talk about a sex news story. We will talk about music that should be played during the time you're telling dirty jokes and having a good time.
Or not play.
Or not play, yes. Kind of inappropriate ones that, oh my God, this happened, which one of those happened to me. I got one I got to tell you. Okay. But we were just discussing sparkle ponies. And I said our term for sparkle ponies are those women that dress up. Now, I've also seen a male sparkle pony once. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Right. The guy was in a tux, in a top hat, in a 3-piece vest and stuff. There's no way you were getting his dick out of those pants, and there's no way he was getting his pants ruined. All right. So,
what kind of asshole comes to a party like that?
Well, it was a big party, and yeah.
Although there are people who come who aren't, I don't know if they say they're just not quite sure, which I think, how do you end up at a swingers party if you're not sure?
Exactly.
Right.
But remember, Roger says it's okay for them to show up and stick your toe in. You're for those newbies coming to the party. I'm not. Anyway, go on, Barbie.
Well, just that, it is kind of this is going to sound crude. It is kind of a waste because they're there, they're sitting with you, they're attractive, you're hitting it off. You start going for it, and no, oh no, we can't do that, or yeah, it's just like,
There's parties for them, and it's not our party.
yeah, you're right.
Right.
Well,
And
everybody was new once.
Yeah,
and that's true. So, but there's new and being shy is different than the
Yes.
Sparkle Pony that dresses up. She's done her hair. She's taken
Mhm.
3.5 hours to get ready. She's put on clothing that is not accessible, and she's going to dance around and tease everybody, but she's not going to
Yes.
play with anybody the whole freaking night. Okay.
Mhm.
Then to me, that's a waste. Now, like you said, Roger, at a bigger party, that's fine. Okay. There's a place for them.
and there's
I've
a
been to
lot of
places.
that. Yeah,
Right. And then the Sparkle Ponies will usually converge together on one table. It's kind of funny. Is you'll have a couple of the Sparkle Ponies that are up there against each other, and then you'll have some of the guys that are with them, and they're all happy that they've got this girl. And here's the thing is, there's that tall, cute guy that's got the Sparkle Pony with him, and he's not going to play or whatever. Give me the short, dumpy guy that knows how to lick it right or knows how to fuck it right, and I will take him any day over the Sparkle Pony guy, right?
Mhm.
oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Come on, yeah.
Right.
I mean,
So-
you got to ask yourself, what are you there for? I mean, what are you there for?
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
What is our
So-
mission? Missionary statement.
So before we
There
talk
you
about
go.
the song that you shouldn't play, or the song you should play, or the news story, Crimson, tell us your story. Who are you? How long have you been in the lifestyle? How'd you get into it?
I am I started out in the lifestyle at around 7 years ago.
Okay.
I got into it, of course, with a guy. And a guy is always pointing girls to the lifestyle, I feel like sometimes. So in my case, that was the case. He had been in the lifestyle for like 20 years. We were dating, blah, blah, blah. So he decided to introduce me to the lifestyle through SDC.
Okay.
So I got put on SDC with a profile and pictures and the whole 9 yards, and off to the races I went. And so for a long time, I lived in South Florida, Southeast Florida, where it is a very open kind of thing down there. It's kind of a mecca of the lifestyle down in that area. And so there's parties everywhere and people everywhere and that kind of thing. So I started getting 400 text messages a
Wow.
day, and it was like another full-time job. It was total crazy. And the guy who introduced me was a guy who we were really together at that point. But then when I really started getting into the lifestyle, he got a little jealous. And so that relationship ended. So that was an issue. Hmm. And still today, we still get together today. Once in a while, we see each other at different events and things like that. And he's always amazed at how far into all of this that I've gotten in a very short period of time. And of course, he is
awesome.
still the same. You can't be doing the stuff you do and be together with me. So that's, we ended up, we really love each other, but at a distance.
Careful
So,
what you wish
that's kind
for,
of
'cause
how it
you'll
worked.
get it.
But,
Yeah. He was the one who introduced
and he was a little pissy that he was a little pissy that he put me into it, but whatever. So, I've had nothing but fun in the lifestyle. It's my people. I belong there. There's never been a place where I felt like I belong until I entered into the lifestyle. And all the things that I've done since then have been the beginning of it was the lifestyle.
Right.
So I adapted very, very easily and well to the lifestyle. I jump into everything and do everything 100%. I have a lot of energy, and I have a lot of energy for sex, an amazing amount of energy. I spent 30 some years monogamously and never will go back. It's just the
Amen.
game. So
Amen.
yeah. And And I've done a lot of thinking about this, and there can be a whole podcast about this, but like, would I ever, people ask me this all the time, would you ever get into another monogamous relationship? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't, because
It's not for me.
there's
It's not going to work.
Right.
no, it is not going to work.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
absolutely
and for a
not.
variety of reasons, if you can talk about
Correct.
that, you can talk about
Yep.
anything, so
Right.
you
Correct.
already have
Mhm.
a relationship just off the charts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I feel like, if somebody wants to be a partner with me, they have to understand me. And this is such an integral part of my life now. It's my whole life
Right.
now. And so I could never give it up. So
Right.
it was very interesting, my thought processes as I went along through this whole thing. And, what if I never had another relationship again? And I thought, okay, I would rather have the lifestyle than
Right.
have another monogamous relationship. So,
Mhm.
I figured if I could meet somebody in the lifestyle, that might be a good idea, but that's very hard to find. And I don't know, with what I've observed out there is that people, if they get into it, if they've been a long time married, they can usually make it work if they've got a very, very good, open and honest relationship. But if not, if you meet in the lifestyle or people have different expectations, it's doomed. And I've seen that a lot in lifestyle couples and, different situations. So, but I throw myself into everything 100%, which is what I did with the lifestyle. So, I've expanded my horizons tremendously. I've expanded and I still continue to do that. Even after these years, I still continue to see new things and to talk about new things and try new things. I just tried a new thing 2 days ago.
What was it?
So, like, well, it was a little bit of, poop play, which
Okay.
I said,
Ooh.
which I said I would never get into. But he said, do you mind if I, take some of this out of there? And I'm like, okay, and I thought, well, what the heck? Why not?
Shit
You
happens.
know, it does, of course. That's right. So it was kind of interesting. It was very interesting, actually. And I should say, before we go on, I should say I've been a nurse for 45 years.
Okay.
So I have a lot of information about the human body.
Sure.
I have a lot of information about men's bodies. And that helps me in every single thing that I do,
Yeah.
Right.
inside or outside the lifestyle. Everything I do now, in my life, that helps me tremendously. But
Right.
yeah, he was really interested, and he's a really interesting guy, that guy, but really interested in, poop play and a whole bunch of things. And so I thought, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it would be, because I always said I would never do that. But you know what? Here I am.
Never say never.
Never say never. Yeah. Change.
Never
Right.
say never. Exactly. Exactly.
I still have two nevers. The nevers are no children and no animals. I'm
Yeah,
still
yeah, yeah.
on that's
Oh,
black,
hell no.
black,
Right.
black
Yeah.
line. That is
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
no,
Yes.
I told myself I would
That
never
is
do
a
golden.
hard and
I,
fast line for me too.
I told myself I would
Yes.
never do the golden showers thing. I have not, I don't like it. I personally don't like it when someone pees on me, because my first husband used to do that to me in the shower and thought it was really funny. So I did not like it. Okay. So psychologically,
Oh,
never going to be a good
yeah.
thing for me. However,
Yeah.
Big Dick Donnie
Right.
said to me one day, if you want me to get off, you have to piss on me. And I'm standing over him and he says that to me, I'm going to do it. And so I've done golden showers with Big Dick
Right.
Donnie. Right.
Okay. Good. I want to know Big Dick Donnie.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. He's
Big Dick
definitely
Donnie sounds
different.
like a really interesting guy. I'd like to
Oh,
know him.
he is unique. He
Yes,
is
there's-
unique.
the more you listen to this podcast, we sprinkle his stories throughout here and we got
I don't
more.
think
He's been in the lifestyle since he was 18 years old, and he's now, what did you guess, in maybe
Wow.
70, 75 years old, probably. He's
probably
up
70
there.
at least. Yeah.
No, at
Wow.
least,
Yeah.
right. So, and that's, and his wife is a hoot, but,
Oh, she's
you
a
know,
hoot.
so
God bless her.
now I don't know how much you've listened to this podcast, and it's good during the second season to go over where we've come from. I got into the lifestyle with my first husband, who, when we started it because I had an affair, and he was going to try and do this with me or whatever. And so we did it, and he was very jealous and very controlling. And I eventually ended up leaving him. But I knew at the time that I left him, it went through my mind. It was like, how I'm never going to not be in the lifestyle anymore. So how am I going to, if I start dating somebody who's vanilla again, what do I do? Tell them, hey, by the way, I kind of like to do this or whatever. And so when I left my first husband, I actually met my second husband at a party, at a lifestyle party. And I dated him for 4 years, but we swung together. We actually were monogamous when I didn't mean to be, for a year and a half. And somebody pointed out to me, Janet, you haven't fucked somebody different than Fabio in 16 months. So you can't call yourself a lifestyler anymore. And I was like, okay, we got to fix that. So we did.
I didn't know it had a timeline. I didn't know it had a timeline.
Right. I did, that's what I was like, okay. So I did a little timeout, and then I jumped back in. But I can tell you that my relationship with Fabio is the best and strongest relationship I have ever had. And there is not a jealous bone in his body. He is my best cheerleader. Okay. He is the rah-rah. Oh my gosh, I saw you like that, and that was just so awesome. And then, or we'll go to a party, and I don't get in trouble for not seeing him for 2.5 hours. And then when we catch each other and say, are we done? We're done. Okay, it's time to go. On the way home, we do review sex, right? Right. We do the review sex and talk about what was good, I did this or did that. Oh, really? Well, maybe we should try this some more or whatever. So I know that there's that whole line of you're doomed, and I know you're a unicorn now, but I'm saying that. And I've known some other unicorns where they'll get the guy that'll say that he's going to be that partner, and then he'll try to be that partner, and then we'll watch it for a couple months, and then all of a sudden they can't stand it when Missy Evil, right? Missy Evil will have somebody who will be a partner with her, and then maximum they last is maybe 6 months, and then they'll try and lock her down, and they'll try and say, okay, no, I'm going to be her one boyfriend, even though she's never going to get out of the lifestyle. And then she's so fun at the lifestyle parties that they will twist it as, this is bad, this is wrong, you are wild, and you can't behave like this, and they'll try to control her. She'll dump them like that and be back in the unicorn saddle.
Yeah.
I think if I ended up single, that's what would happen to me. I think I relate to her. Like, I mean, I compare it to, you could call me and Missy like free range chickens. We're not meant to be cooped up.
No, me either.
We need to
I'm
run
with
free.
you. Yes. And I spent too many years cooped up.
Yeah.
So, and back then I knew I wanted more. All my husbands knew that I was very sexual ahead of time. I have never hidden that fact, but they never could keep up. None of them. And they didn't want to. And so they all, got kicked to the curb.
So being a career nurse.
Yeah.
How much ass did you turn down?
And now a word from our sponsors.
Introducing Coconut Slickums, the ultimate personal lubricant that brings a touch of tropical paradise to your most adventurous sex party moments. Made from 100% pure coconut oil, Coconut Slickums offers a silky smooth glide that's as natural as a unicorn breeze practicing the rule of 6 or DP. No more worrying about synthetic ingredients or greasy residues. Just a luscious moisturizing experience that feels as good as it sounds. Perfect for enhancing intimacy or just adding a bit of luxurious fun to your day. So go ahead, indulge in the tropical treat your skin deserves with Coconut Slickums. Because when it's this smooth, it's always a perfect day at the meet and greet. To learn more, visit BeyondMonogamyPodcast.com.
Let's get back to hearing from the guilty.
In the hospital?
Yes.
Oh, no, none. None.
Oh, is that a
Because I
fantasy
only
of
stayed
yours,
in the
Roger?
hospital. Yeah.
Roger, is
Well,
that your fantasy?
I mean, I know a lot of it. If in a hospital setting,
mhm,
it's common
mhm.
for first responder, firefighters, police to. It's just a great meeting place, is what it ends
It
up
is.
being,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
All the call rooms are usually in
No,
business when
I watched
people
Grey's
are stuck
Anatomy and The
overnight and
Pit,
that
and
kind of
I
thing.
watched them all.
and so
Yes.
to be a career nurse, you've had to turn down a few firemen and cops, or maybe you didn't turn.
Yes, well,
Is that what
I
you're
do that
saying? Is you
now.
didn't
I
turn
do
them
that
down?
now. No, I know I don't. Here's something that it will be really you'll like this story. So about a year and a half ago, I had a bunch of surgery all together in a very short period of time.
Hmm.
And one of them was open heart surgery.
Oh,
Okay.
So
Yikes.
the night before open heart surgery, triple bypass, I was fine with the whole thing. A guy friend of mine came to visit me, and I was in this step down cardiac unit on telemetry. And so I had a big, kind of a biggish room. He's in the big chair. You know how about the hospitals have the big chairs?
Sure.
And I'm in the bed. So I say, we're talking about something, and I interrupt the discussion and I say, I really want to suck your dick.
oh
And
yes.
I'm looking at the time and I'm like, I really need to suck your dick now. And he's like, what? This is a hospital. What are you talking about? I'm like, I'm really well aware of where we are. I get it. And, the door's closed. It's not a meal time. It's not medicine time. It's not vitals time. It's not change of shift. No one's coming in here anyway. It's just not going to happen. Oh, we can't do that. And while he's protesting, I am getting my pillow, getting out of the bed, and getting on my knees in front of him. And so he's like, I said, come on, let's go, and I'm saying, whip it out. And he's like, we can't do this. What if somebody comes in? They've seen it all. They've seen it all before. So, no big deal. So he finally takes it out. He's red in the face. He's a black man, so it's hard to see that he was red in the face, but you could tell he was really embarrassed. So I'm like, I start sucking and he can't help himself. Then he gets into it because I'm really good at that. And so he gets
Right.
into it. And so he is now getting ready to come. And I'm like, wow, this is so much fun. And when he was done, he was like, oh my God, I can't believe we just did that. And I said, we just did that. And the best thing about it is that now I've had the last thing that I'm going to have. And now it's close to midnight. So I have to stop eating. So at least it was before midnight and I could still swallow whatever I wanted to swallow. See,
Oh,
that
that's
was
my
the most
girl.
important thing.
That's
Yes.
right. Oh,
Yes. So that's me in the hospital. It was me
yeah,
in the hospital.
that's
But when I
great.
worked in the hospital, I worked with babies in the NICU in the intensive care
Oh,
units. And
Right.
so,
Okay.
yeah.
there
Yeah.
was no getting away from that. So I
Oh, but
did that. I
right.
worked with burn patients. I worked with
Oh,
bone marrow transplant.
Right. So
I
you
liked,
gotta have some fun somewhere else.
yes.
You gotta
somewhere
take your
Well,
else.
mind
you
away.
do.
Yeah,
Exactly. You do.
yeah.
And then I had my own business for a lot of years. So I did a lot of that kind of stuff. And then after when I sold the business to United Health Group, then I got into health plans and did about 25 years in health plans as an executive. So I wasn't in the hospital the whole time.
Oh, okay.
But
Right.
now it is a beautiful thing. I'm out of the healthcare world. It's a mess. And I am very happy with what I'm doing today. Extremely
So
Yay.
happy.
I heard Steve told me some background. You're doing I think stuff that Barbie used to do, which is some cam stuff, some Are you doing like Chatterbait or a fans only? Are you doing a fans only or?
I have OnlyFans. I'm not very active on OnlyFans, but I do porn.
Right.
I do
Yay.
hardcore porn. Yeah. And that's a beautiful thing for me. I love
Yeah.
porn. And I do some other stuff too. I do some erotic massage and things like that. So I have a really lot of fun, really a
Oh,
lot of
that's
fun, and meet a
fantastic.
lot of people, great people. And, I could have sex 10 times a day. And
So, Roger,
sometimes I do now.
Me too.
I can see Roger's dick getting hard right now as we're talking.
Yeah. 10 times a day. And you know what?
I'm about to
I
blow up your
feel
DM.
okay, good. Perfect. Come on over. I am a person that also, I'm kind of a perfectionist. So now I am really good at it and really good at a lot of stuff. And I really enjoy that. That's really been one of my most favorite parts of it. The whole thing is that. It's just being good at it. So it checks all my boxes because I do have some clients who have some trouble, some ED trouble and things like that, who are older, who can't. I had a guy, guys get up in their own heads.
Oh, so bad. We talked a lot about that.
Yeah, they do that. And yeah, I had a guy that came to me and said, I haven't come in 10 years. And I said, what? I said, well, that stops now, today. And,
How
he
long did
was
it
like,
take you?
The first one, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. And once he came, he was like astounded that he could come. And I said, okay, so get it out of your head now. Now you can come. Now let's just do it again. And let's replicate it. And that's what we did. We did it again. So, they just get up in their heads sometimes and they can't get it out of their heads. So it's at 10 years. Oh my God, that's crazy cakes.
How could that be?
I know, serious. Who would live like that? Not me. But anyway, so it's just kind of fun. And I enjoy the occasional gangbang. I enjoy parties.
Me too.
And I never, not once, have never, ever tapped out. I tapped them all out. I tapped them all out first. I have never tapped out.
Oh, wow.
I've tapped out. I tap out. I do.
I tap out, baby.
Oh no, not me.
It's only made of flesh.
No, that's right.
So, speaking of gangbangs, Steve, you told me something was going to happen this last weekend with Elle. Did it happen?
Yes, it did. It did.
Okay, I want to hear about it.
Oh,
you want to hear about it? Well,
yes.
Excuse me. We started. I'm not going to bore you with the numbers. We end up with 6 guys there.
Okay.
For the regular,
just real quick for people thinking about hosting one. How many did you invite?
I think it was about 15.
How many RSVP'd?
7.
And then 6 showed. So 6 showed out of the 7. That's not bad.
Yep,
that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
So I want to know.
No.
I want to know. Did M show? Shaney's M.
No, he did not.
Oh, I'm so mad.
Oh, she's. Elle was so upset. She almost started crying. Anyway, so the party started at 8:00, and they didn't show up till 8:30. Well, she's already wound up, lubed up, ready to go, and she was up. This is cutting into my playtime. I said, I know. We had two of her regular buddies show up, 2 new guys show up, and one of the new guys, she just fell for him immediately. Oh my goodness.
Good.
So they sat for about 10 minutes, and she goes, okay, boys, I'm ready to fuck.
Ah, yay.
So they took off. They went to the bedroom. One of the new guys hopped on the bed. She started sucking his cock. The other new guy came up behind her and was playing with her pussy. And within 30 minutes, we had a puddle on the bed.
Yay.
So, and so they did that. And so he hopped in. He started fucking her from behind. So she's being spit roasted, but she loves. Got down. Got another puddle going. So they got up. 2 more guys grabbed her, went to the floor, put her on her knees. And she said I wasn't there long enough. I said, why is that? She goes, I don't have rug burns on my knees.
Oh, so not so much of a bangover Sunday. Did she have a bangover Sunday?
She did. So after that, she got back up on the bed. I can't remember if she's on her back or what. No, she's on her back. One of the guys was fucking her, and the new guy that she really likes came up and just shoved his cock down her throat. And she can deep throat a 10-inch cock.
Yes, she can.
So she was, she said she had a great time. One of them was one of the new guys grabbed her hair, grabbed her ponytail, Janet.
Oh, I love it.
And just and I'm not joking you. She was on her. I swore these two guys were spit roasting her. I thought the new guy grabbed her hair, and I thought they were going to try to meet in the middle.
Oh.
They were going to town, and she was just, and like she says, she goes when she starts fucking, she loses herself in a moment. She loses track of time, and she doesn't care about, and she doesn't care about anything other than getting her holes filled with cock. That's all she cares about.
Mm-hmm.
So in the end, she took several loads in her pussy and in her mouth, so she was happy. She goes, hey, I'm a slut, so sue me. So
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That was it. She had a great time. They fucked her nonstop for about 3 hours. So
wow.
It was a great time. So
I love it.
Yeah. I won't tell you about.
You're such a good husband. I'm just saying.
Well,
you're such a good husband.
You are.
I got a.
You are.
I'll tell you the side note.
Okay.
I was sitting there after Elle is still going. And so I'm sitting there. The other lady fluffing grabs me, starts sucking my cock, gets me hard. Well, the guy fucking her can't get his dick hard, but he won't move, won't leave. So I said, I'm done. So I go sit down. She comes out, she's exhausted, starts sucking my cock again, but yet won't go fuck because she's tapped out. I'm going, okay, whatever. So so Al came home and took care of me. So I was happy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it does not matter how long she's played with her guys. Elle always takes care of me, make sure we end the night together. So I can't complain. So it was a great time. She had wonderful, and she has made plans to meet with the new guy already again.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah,
that's good.
She said he's the biggest one there. So I said, okay, baby.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
yes.
I'm disappointed.
No, I have a great idea. Go ahead.
I'm disappointed that M wasn't there. So there's this guy that Shani, who's this crazy lady chick that sounds like a cat when she comes. Okay, she's just batshit crazy, and she'd been to our house parties, and then she had been to a lake party. She invited him down to the lake party. New guy. I told you I don't like to do young guys, but he was 20 years old and was a basketball player. Okay, like basketball for college player, basketball player. And he came down. She ended up getting kicked out of the lake house because of her activities, some of the weird things that she did. And then, so he texted me the next day and said, hey, I know Shani's not allowed back, but can I come back?
Yeah.
We were like, yes, at any time. So your basketball man said he was going to make it and he didn't. If he's listening, I'm very disappointed in you, Em. Next time you better get your ass over there so I can hear all about it.
He said with it being Easter weekend, he had to do the family deal. So
okay, fine.
Legit.
It's night before Easter. Come on, you can do some fucking in the evening. Come on.
I'm with Janet.
I feel that way too.
Was the night before Easter.
Right.
I go to my daughter's house. And I leave there and find a guy.
Right.
Out in Ohio. I know a bunch of guys in Ohio, and I go and have a good time, and then I go back to the family.
Yeah.
But she drives me crazy, so I have a little,
fuck it out.
Breather.
You gotta fuck it out. Take it.
But what do you tell her?
Someplace else.
What do you tell her you're doing?
I just tell her that I'm going to see friends.
Okay.
There you go.
And she gives me the side look, and I'm sure she, whatever. She's like the opposite of me. I don't know how that ever happened because I routinely ask myself, who raised you?
Yeah.
But it was me. I know it was me. And I know she came out of my body. She looks like me. But she's Miss White Picket Fence. I don't share monogamy. Blah blah blah. So
maybe she'll get to it older. Who knows?
she might. I mean, I did. So I
Right.
would imagine
It took me
she
a while
would.
to get there too. It did. It took me
Yeah.
a while to get there.
Me too.
Right.
Well, I
Definitely.
always say better late than never.
That's right.
And I also think that restrictive marriage has a lot to do with it for some women.
It does.
Once we get out of that, it's like, hey, baby, I want to see the world. I want to feel the world. I want to taste it. I just want to be there.
Okay, so I think we're BLTN girls, which is better late than never.
You're right.
Yay!
That's right.
BLTN.
BLTN. That's what we are. look at
better
Roger's
late
smirk.
than never. That's right.
So we're going to go backwards. We listened to Crimson a little bit of her story, and I know we're going to have you back. Anybody got a news story they wanted to talk about, or do you have another word besides Sparkle Pony? Or I can tell you a music story. I was fucking somebody, and the song that came up that was wrong was "You're So Fucking Fake."
Oh,
I was like, oh no, this should not. Oh no, this is not a good song.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Old Man River still takes the entire cake. Old Man River. She was at a party. Old Man River.
Well, what were they thinking?
Tell them, Janet. What were you thinking?
It was my song.
Oh my God.
At the gangbang this past weekend.
Yes.
I asked the lady who hosted it, can we have some music? I said, if not, I'll play my music. She goes, oh no, I have, what is it? I don't know what's the playlist? The playlist
Spotify.
from what Spotify or
Right.
She puts on music. Nothing but fucking swing music.
No. Give me some Barry White. Come on.
I'm going, what the fuck is this? She goes, well, this is my favorite music. I'm going, it's not ours.
Swing music.
And big band shit. And then I'm going, what the fuck are you talking about? So we sat there and suffered all night with that. So
you suffered. It's your house. You pick the music. I'm sorry.
That's right.
It's your house. You pick the music.
I know. That's why I didn't say anything. So
fantastic. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yes, it's your house. You pick the music, but you're hosting an event. You have a responsibility.
You have a responsibility.
To create the vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, but
you have to create the vibe.
So, for those of you who haven't listened to this story, well, go ahead, Steve, and then I'll tell the Old Man River story again.
Well, I will say I had a word and a story for news, but
okay, let me tell Old Man River, and then we can get you to you. So, in my defense, it came up in my playlist. Okay, the reason is, it was the wrong playlist was hit. My father was in the music industry, and my father, I grew up listening to show tunes. That was the albums. Okay. Now, granted, he took me for the first time I bought an album. I bought a Led Zeppelin album, and he let me explore that. So I'm fine. Ozzy Osbourne, Led Zeppelin, but his favorite musical was Showboat. Okay. And the song in Showboat that is the showstopper is when the big black guy sings Old Man River. So it was on my playlist where I remember my father. Okay. So it was in my massage playlist. Okay. It was not on the fucking playlist, but the thing is, I was downstairs, so I couldn't skip it. Okay. This was back before playlists were a lot better, easier done. So I just had the full playlist. And Fabio goes upstairs, and Marilyn is on the bed. Marilyn is this petite, older white woman. She is just the cutest thing. She's got purple hair. She's badass in terms of her attitude. Crimson, you remind me a little bit of Marilyn. Marilyn was there. Her legs were wide open, and this big old black buck was fucking her. And the song that was in the background was Old Man River.
Yeah, right.
To the point that Fabio goes running down the stairs
Maybe
and
it
grabs
was
a
her
whole
favorite
bunch of
song. You never
people.
know.
Fabio goes down. Fabio goes down the stairs, grabs a whole bunch of people, and goes, "You have to come and watch this."
It was the perfect moment.
Right. So, okay. Now, I'll let you keep laughing,
So
Steve.
silly.
Steve, do you have a word or a news story you want to
Oh,
talk
man.
I
about?
do.
We got a
The
few
word,
minutes.
okay, the word is Oklahoma pink sock.
Oklahoma pink sock.
This would be somebody started her period and she grabbed a sock and put it in her underwear really quick so that she could stop it. I'm guessing.
It. Oh, that's come on.
Improvise.
Oklahoma. It's
Okay, it would
Just
be
a
red,
little
not pink. So
improvisation.
Yeah.
right, but that's why I
Yes,
said she
right.
just started it. She just started
yes,
it. So
It's
you're
just
right.
a dribble.
Right.
Oh,
Okay, good.
God. Oh my God.
That is not the definition, but that's the best answer I've ever heard for a pink sock. The pink sock is when you've been fucking a lady in the ass for 2 hours, and by the time you're done, you pull out, and when you pull out, she has a prolapse come out also, a rectal prolapse.
Oh,
That's fun. Yes.
Oh, that is gross.
Let's not.
Okay.
Let's just
Yep.
not. That would not be comfortable. I'm sorry.
No,
That,
I'm so sorry. Can I choose my definition?
Yeah, I like yours better
Yes.
too.
It's not as bad.
Okay. I do have to ask this question, however, Steve.
Yes.
Why do all these terms seem to have a geographic region to them?
Right.
There was
You've
an
done-
Arkansas thing. Now we got
Arkansas
Oklahoma
knuckleballer.
thing.
Arkansas
What?
knuckleballer.
Yeah, why do we have to have
Knuckleball.
a geographic region?
That's just the name of it. That's I'll try to come up with something new next week, Barbie.
You got 48
Right.
other states.
No.
So, but
No.
I want to know, how do you come up with these words? Because Sparkle Pony is something we've been using for a long time, and so it's great that a listener picked out, hey, what does this word mean when you say Sparkle Pony? But so, where did you come up with this? Did you search the net? Is this Chat GPT?
No, not Chat GPT. This is all on. I find everything on the net.
Okay.
I will throw you a softball one though.
Okay.
Airtight.
Ready.
Airtight.
Airtight is
I
when
know
she's
what that
got
is.
so many dicks in, there's no room for air.
Yeah, one in each hole.
Yeah. One in each hole.
That's a softball.
I always thought of 2 in one hole and 1 in the asshole makes it totally airtight, but that was me.
No.
Oh no. Yeah.
No, one in the pussy, one in the ass, one in the pussy, one in the ass, one in the mouth.
Yes.
Yeah, but here's
airtight.
what I want to do. Now, here's what I want to do, Steve.
Okay.
I want to be airtight and have all those guys come at the same time.
Oh,
that's
that
difficult.
Wouldn't
that
be
would
something?
be very.
You know what that is?
Olympics.
That's an event for our sexual Olympics, right?
Yes, I think so.
Be,
but the only hard one is the bottom guy.
Right.
The bottom guy can't move, so that's how it's difficult.
And that dude has got to be able, he's got to have major control. So maybe it's that guy that I fucked a couple of weeks ago that just stuck it in there and didn't move it. Maybe it's that guy that he's in the
that was doing the soaking.
Yeah, whatever we were calling it, soaking. This guy did the weirdest thing. He stuck the dick in and then just didn't move it. No, it was the weirdest thing.
It doesn't sound like fun at all.
It was not. It was the weirdest technique, right? But so he would be on the bottom, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's the only thing he'd be good for. Yeah.
He'd be the bottom guy. He'd be a great bottom guy. That's right.
And that's what I'm saying. He'd be a great bottom guy.
But that's what I thought would be good, is to have all of them come at the same time.
Oh, yes.
That'd be fantastic.
See, that's, we could do there could be a whole category of coming choreography. Right?
Oh, yes, of course.
Just like you have the fountains at Bellagio.
Yes. Right.
See if we can do it to music. Can we get 10 guys?
Except it's just loads shooting across.
Wait.
Yeah, you'd have to.
You know what? The music I would pick would be Weezer Pork and Beans. Have you seen the video for Weezer? I'll eat my candy with my pork and beans, where he does a whole bunch of those Coke things where he puts they make the Cokes go up and they make the Mentos in the Coke and they make a fountain thing. Look at the video of Weezer Pork and Beans. We could probably see if for the Olympics that gets recreated with guys.
Yeah.
And you know what? You'd have to be a great shooter to even qualify.
Yeah. Totally. But it's Olympics. It is the Olympics, like you said, and we'll have qualification rounds.
Yeah. We have training camp.
And you could do it a different way. You could also have them all come at the same time. And you could have the person who's the girl in the situation have come leaking out of her ass, leaking out of her pussy, and she could do a snowball. She could do some snowballing with the instead of swallowing it.
Oh, I'm there.
How about that?
I'm the fluffer snowball receiver.
There you go. So that could happen. That could be.
Me and Elle are competing. I'm in it. Tell Elle. Elle. Steve, tell Elle. We're in it together. Let's do this.
Okay, I will.
You guys are going to be the coaches. You're going to be the coaches.
No, those are the two snowball queens there.
Oh,
Elle and Janet.
Yeah. Oh man,
I'm kind of a snowball queen too.
Oh, are you?
I don't mind not swallowing it. I mean, I can give it back to the guy.
Contested. Yeah. Now we got it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I love cum.
I do too. I do too.
What I really want to do, I heard about this from a porn producer in California, and he wanted me to come out and have 25 guys around me. And he wanted them to all come on me. So bukkake. And then he wanted them all to pee on me and pee to come off.
Okay, that's I wouldn't do that, but if that's your
thing,
you
wouldn't do that, but I would do that.
I'm coin operated. What kind of money?
Yeah, I was gonna say exactly. You want to pay me for that? I'd do that.
Yeah, Barbie would do that.
I need half up front.
Right.
Yeah, see, I really want to do that. I really think that sounds like fun. And filming that.
Maybe we'll get some porn producers. So this is a great time for us to talk about how to reach us if you want to talk to us about this. Okay.
Right.
So we're almost at the end of the podcast for this time. So if you want to listen to any of the past episodes, the one where we talked about Marilyn and the milkmaid and some other things, that's way back when in season 1, you find all these episodes. The easiest way to find them is on our website, which is Beyond Monogamy, the podcast, beyondmonogamypodcast.com. Okay. It's all smashed together. The words beyondmonogamypodcast.com. And that's going to get you all of the past episodes. It's also going to get you the email of Roger. I think it's spitroastwithus at gmail.com.
Spitroastwithus at gmail.com. That's right.
Or you can click on a button
roast
and you can
us?
spit roast. Spit roast with us. Okay. So that's
I do enjoy that.
That's Roger's email. My email is thejanetvalentine at gmail.com. And all you have to do when you get to the website is press a button and it'll take you to our emails and you can send us notes. You can also tip Mandingo, because I know that Mandingo is laughing on this episode. I know this has made him hard. Okay. But it's not enough of a tip for the amount of money that he does producing this for us, because he works for free. So tip Mandingo and leave us a note. If we find any porn producers, we'll get you in touch with Crimson, or we'll figure this out. But yeah, and if you have any questions for us about any other words, anything besides getting a hold of us personally, which some people are doing right now, which is great, but you want to send us a note, that's the place to do it. All the flies on the wall who have listened to this conversation and made it all the way through the end, thank you. If this is your first time, I really didn't set it up, but I'm tired of setting it up. If you're listening by now, you should know what we're doing, okay? So we're all a bunch of swingers. Some of us retired, some of us half retired, some of us not. But send us a note, and I wish that you'll tell your friends, even if it's on the down low, about the podcast. And I want you to come again, and hopefully come again.
That's it for this episode of Beyond Monogamy. We hope you enjoyed our podcast, and we look forward to having you back again for the next episode of Beyond Monogamy.